fourth graders. Today we're going to read a book by Sherry Garland called The Lotus Seed. This book's about a little girl who had to leave her home in Vietnam quickly. She was only able to take one thing with her, a lotus seed from a flower. We're going to read and find out why she took that lotus seed. As I'm reading, you're going to hear me mention a character named Ba. Ba is the little girl's grandmother. My grandmother saw the emperor cry the day he lost his golden dragon throne. She wanted something to remember him by, so she snuck down to the silent palace near the river of perfumes and plucked a seed from a lotus pod that rattled in the imperial garden. She hid the seed in a special place under the family altar, wrapped in a piece of silk from the ada which she wore that day. Whenever she felt sad or lonely, she took out the seed and thought of the brave young emperor. And when she married a young man chosen by her parents, she carried the seed inside her pocket for good luck, long life, and many children. When her husband marched off to war, she raised her children alone. One day, bombs fell all around, and soldiers clamored to the door. She took the time to grab the seed, but left her mother-of-pearl hair combs laying on the floor. Boys and girls, I'm wondering, when she must have run from her home during the war, she grabbed a lotus seed and left valuable items behind. Why do you think she did that? One terrible day, her family scrambled into a crowded boat and set out on a stormy sea. Ba watched the mountains and the waving palms slowly fade away. She held the seed in her shaking fingers and silently said goodbye. She arrived in a strange new land, with blinking lights and speeding cars and towering buildings that scraped the sky in a language she didn't understand. She worked many years, day and night, and so did her children and her sisters and her cousins too, all living together in one big house. Last summer, my little brother found the special seed and asked questions again and again. He'd never even seen a lotus bloom or an emperor on a golden dragon throne. So one night, he stole the seed from beneath the family altar and planted it in a pool of mud somewhere near Ba's onion patch. Oh boy, I wonder what they thought of that when he stole the seed. Ba cried and cried when she found out the seed was gone. She didn't eat, she didn't sleep, and my silly brother forgot what spot of earth held the seed. I wonder if the little brother got in trouble. I wonder what'll happen. Then one day in spring, my grandmother shouted, and we all ran to the garden and saw a beautiful pink lotus unfurling its petals so creamy and soft. It is the flower of life and hope, my grandmother said. No matter how ugly the mud or how long the seed lies dormant, the bloom will be beautiful. It is the flower of my country. When the lotus blossom faded and turned into a pod, Ba gave each of her children a seed to remember her by, and she kept one for herself to remember the emperor by. I wrapped my seed in a piece of silk and hid it in a secret place. Someday I will plant it and give the seeds to my own children and tell them about the day my grandmother saw the emperor cry. So boys and girls, after listening to this story, you're going to go into Google Classroom and you're going to respond to one of two questions. The first question is, Grandma calls the lotus the flower of life and hope. She says it's beautiful no matter when or where it blooms. Where else in this story can you see examples of life, hope, and beauty? Or question 2, by sharing the seeds with her grandchildren, Ba starts a new family tradition. How does this tradition help Ba connect her grandchildren to a culture they've never experienced? Please choose one question and respond with details. Have a great day.